No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Today, we're doing something legendary, bringing back one of my favorite guests we had on this podcast, Sad Boy Loko, with a little bit of help from the Pumbaa of the squad.
Facts.
DoKnow is in the building, too.
My God.
Cracking.
How you feeling, man?
Good, good.
Very, very nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
We got to adjust this mic just a smidge. Yeah, that'll be better. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Sad Boy Loko in the building.
But when the last time you had him fresh out of jail?
I think.
Basically.
With your messy ass. I know it.
Basically.
Yeah. What did he ask you? How many people you killed?
Nah.
Well, that would be a good topic. Let's get right into it.
Well, Sad Boy, you were in jail for a very big case.
I was just chilling. It was vacation.
He didn't want to say nothing about it. That's all I remember.
How long were you in jail for at the time?
Little vacay. It was just a little vacation.
Was it like more than a year?
Yeah, a little more than a year.
There's a myth that you were out, but nobody knew you were out, so everybody still thought you were in jail. Is that real?
Yo, that was real.
Oh, that was real.
Yeah, I was
You were
out.
laying that low.
I was laying that low. Like, I would run into fans, like, out of town, when I would be in the cuts and shit, like, hey, can I get, what? The trip, I like to see a ghost, like, what the fuck?
Like, fool.
I'm out, you know?
Everybody's like,
out.
everybody's like,
But
free Sad Boy.
I had so much going on, like I couldn't leave the county. I had all these classes I had to take, like parole classes, that it was like I wouldn't have been able to do everything I had to do, you know what I'm saying? So I just, like, I took care of all my priorities that I had to, like, do a parole first, classes and all that bullshit, and then I just, once I was done, it's like, all right.
But is it hard for you as, let's be real, as a gangster, a rapper, et cetera, is it hard for you to humble yourself and just sit down and do these stupid-ass classes just so that you can get back to life?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, you know, at the end of the day.
Because you want to be free.
Yeah, like, you'd be a dumb motherfucker to, like, just over some dumb shit. You didn't go, like, pull up to a class, you know what I'm saying? Some little minor bullshit. It's like, I'm cool. I'd just rather do what I had to do, and then I'm gone. I'm back out, you know? I was fresh.
Makes sense.
Fuck, even when you beat cases like that, do your parole officer, do they still see you like a hella criminal? Like, are you still like obviously your case was a pretty big serious case. Was it attempted murder?
Yeah, but that's what they go off. They just go off like you know, your records. You know what I mean? They're not gonna go off you. They're just reading what's on the paper, on the paperwork and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're just judging you based off that.
Right. I mean, I feel like with you in particular, though, you are like the embodiment of your type of dude. You know, like motherfuckers look at you, they might not know nothing about you, but they just assume that you're representing. Yeah, exactly. Even if he didn't do it, it's like, nah, they were probably listening to him, so fuck it.
That is true. And then, fuck, how was the love in there when you were in there?
Nah, I got love. Like the homies, like even COs, like, you know what I mean? Like gang signs, but like, oh man, that followed me, you know? I didn't Buenos Dias, motherfuckers. That shit just the whole little term.
But are they able to actually do anything cool for you, or are they just
are
they kind of limited?
Not like COs like that, but like the homies, like we just did more. Like we just like more spreads. We were spreading way more. You know what I mean? Like we did all the holidays, like most of the time, like for sure birthdays. We were celebrating homies' birthdays. You know what I mean? We were doing the most.
Did you come home because of COVID?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I left home right before that.
Okay.
Thank God, huh?
I heard it was bad in there. I heard.
Right. But it was weird coming home to sort of being locked up at home.
Basically. Lockdown to lockdown.
Yeah, because when you think about it, it's like COVID starts. Now you guys, like, you cough one time, you're in the shoot for not even fighting. You're in the shoot for just coughing for 14 days, and it's like, fuck, I didn't even do nothing.
No, but you saw a lot of shit from people talking about how the conditions were like absolutely fucked.
But they also freed a lot of people they should have not freed. Like a lot of like rapists and shit were getting freed.
6ix9ine.
That's
how he got free.
Who?
6ix9ine.
That's how he got freed because of COVID?
Yeah, I think he was supposed to be in there for like another year or two, and then they let him out because of COVID.
A lot of people got kicked out, got that boot, you know?
But he snitched. I think that was a big part of it.
Helped him out.
Even with the snitching, though, he was supposed to do like a couple years or whatever, but then he actually only did like a year.
Oh,
I
wow.
believe, yeah.
Okay.
Not to turn this into another 6ix9ine episode, but
he's gonna fucking at you again.
He's gonna be in the comments like, "Why are you bringing me up in this motherfucker interview?" All right, so this is interesting though, because you two, do you feel like y'all are more different or more similar? Because he tries to say, "I'm not a gang member. I'm just a tagger. I'm a different type of LA kid, California resident."
Well, he's not from LA.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out what he thinks of you. You think he's a buster?
Nah, it's the boy.
Okay.
DoKnow's a boy. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what?
there's a boy.
But how does a dude like you look at a LA hip hop street graffiti type kid like him? Do you like what's your perspective on it? Like, what is he doing for the Raza?
Raza.
Yeah, that's the boy. Period. Like you fuck with him, I'm jumping too.
Okay, that's good to know.
He's cool though, but it's like two different worlds. But he's also from a whole different generation.
Right.
But Sad Boy is one of the fools that have just always been hella cool. Like, I'll keep doing your thing, bro. You feel me? Like,
Right.
and I feel like the same about him. He just the homies doing his shit.
Right. I mean, that's kind of an interesting thing with DoKnow, though, too, is that DoKnow kicks it around a lot of black dudes and stuff. So people view you as being very much like down with, even with the no jumper thing, too. It's like you're very hip hop. With you, I feel like it's almost like a different genre that you're even pushing. And you even say that, like, this is gangster shit mixed with hip hop. Like, this isn't just straight up rap music to you.
Nah, it's just a little mix of everything, you know?
Right.
Got pizza without toppings.
Yeah, he's a big Well, he just did a corrido, too.
Explain that.
A corrido, like a Spanish song.
He said explain.
I just didn't want to fuck it up. The songs that you're always telling me about and shit.
Yes, that
Okay.
you're definitely missing out. Yes, he just did that.
No, I've seen a couple of them.
And then
That's
he's
different.
How was that, slowing it down?
I mean, you walk into the studio, I'm thinking they're getting me for like, you know, that gangster shit. You know, like, oh, they want that local shit. Nah, it's like, I walk in there, it's like straight, like regional straight banda. I'm like, damn, where's the tequila? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this is lit in here. Like,
So wait, you didn't choose the beat; it was chosen for you.
yeah, all that production was by Cricket. It was just done like ready. Like it was all quarterbacked. I just came in and, you know, baked the cake.
Was
set
it hard
up.
for you to get into that mentality of doing something so different?
Yeah, I mean, for a minute, it was just, I was just more vibing on the like, it's around us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, most definitely.
yeah, it's everywhere. You work in a club, wherever you go, you're gonna see it regardless. So it's like, and then once I got in there, man, Cricket did set me up. He just grabbed all the tequilas he had right there on his shit, like a sampling and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then he starts playing, oh, I want you to do this. I'm like, oh, this was a setup. This was a fucking setup, you know? But
Right.
it was cool. It's cool.
And it was crazy that scene is finally like really taking over. Like fucking, I went to a club in Houston last year and they were literally playing fucking Blue Bugs Clan. They were bumping everything from the West Coast, Houston music, right after the DJ played Grupo Firme.
That's
Right
crazy.
after the DJ played Fuerza Regida, Junior H, Nathaniel Cano, and that's like a real life, like, bro, that scene, the corrido scene is, bro, they dress like rappers.
Yeah, but it's vice versa too, because I went to like the Banda MS with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, okay,
At
okay.
Man, the Raza love Snoop Dogg. Like I was tripping out. They
knew word for word?
Yeah, like I'm like, what? He was playing all his jams, like still Dre, you know. I'm like, what? Like, and you're literally thinking it's like it's all Raza there. It's
No,
all,
but you think about it, Banda MS, that's like paisa. That's
yeah,
like,
you're seeing everybody's moms, uncles.
so everybody has tejanas on his shit.
Man, the boots, todo. I felt a little out of bounds. Like, oh, damn, man. I'm still a little mixed, you know, Air Force, little tight fitted jeans, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I have a question. Does Jenny69 count as a Corridos?
A what? Yeah, corridos, you mean?
She count? Corico? Did I say it wrong?
No, you said it wrong.
I don't know what word I'm
Corridos.
supposed to be saying. I'm sounding it out because I'm listening
Spanish
to you
regional
say
music, yeah.
Corrido, right?
S.
S, right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Corridos.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think she's just having fun doing music. I don't think she's like, cause she's doing a hella reggaeton, EDM type music
She's
too.
doing it all, though.
Yeah, she's just fucking doing it. She's killing it.
Shout out to you.
Oh no, she's going
gotta kill
crazy.
it.
Yeah. But did you like the Soy La 69? Like how'd that sit with you? Were you feeling that?
As an artist, you gotta think. I mean, she's trying it. That's like something motherfuckers probably think of me doing a corrido right now. You know, when I did it, like, what the fuck, Sad Boy? You know what I mean? But it's like, you try it. You know what I mean? Like, you try it, motherfucker, and then go based off that.
But
you know
the
what I'm saying?
fans, that's why the fans might be getting on her ass though, is because she's trying out a style that's already kind of established, and then she goes viral as fuck all of a sudden to a lot of people. They haven't heard other people make this kind of music. They just heard her do it, so that becomes their idea. I've seen that happen in the UK where the guy who was saying "men's not hot," that became like the most popular UK rap song, and it was a meme. It was like a guy making fun of that style of music, you know? Not that Jenny's making fun of it, but
Yeah, no.
I can see why some people feel
But
away.
you guys got to think about that. She comes from a place in the industry where they're very judgmental. Like the makeup woman industry is very like,
True.
they're very like, oh, you fuck up one little thing, whatever the situation is, they're gonna just fucking get on you. But I feel like she went about it the right way. She don't give a fuck.
She took that platform and used it.
She
how
getting the
everybody
bag.
should. Yeah, you know, that's
Bro,
what you do.
I saw that she was stripping the other night.
I don't think she was really stripping.
I don't believe it either. I do not believe there was a nipple exposed.
But the promo, I guarantee you, it had all the ballers up in that motherfucker. You guys pulled up with until you guys seen. Oh, she's not even straight, but she got that.
No, but see, the ballers probably thought like, cool, she's gonna come strip, but she probably got paid like 10 bahts to come host, and plus the money you're throwing at her.
And bro, I'm seeing her on her story, and she's like, "Oh, it turns out that strip clubs are late. I don't go on till 3." I'm like, "Yeah, they want you to go on at 3 because they want everybody who's waiting for you to come out to be standing around from 11 or 12 on buying drinks, waiting for your ass to come out, and then I assume not even show a nipple."
Would you be mad if you put up to a Jenny69 strip club and then she not showing nipple?
I would probably, yes, but also I'll probably.
He was about to.
I'll just wait for the OnlyFans to drop anyway.
She has an OnlyFans now.
Nah, does she?
Yes.
Oh, I'm all right. Cancel the interview. I'm going home.
He gonna try to get into the.
I'm gonna lock myself in my office. No, I don't know. There's something about her. I just think she's bad.
The exotic, huh? The exotic look.
I don't know what it is. I
think
like
she
the
bad,
cowboy
Sad Boy?
hats and shit.
She got her ways, you know. She does it.
She got her way. Now the homegirl's very good looking. Most definitely.
Definitely. I feel like you need a girl like that to really like
Jenny69?
solidify what you're building. Yeah. Then they're gonna start posting you on all the meme pages and
That
shit.
fool got nervous as fuck.
She's popping. If I don't know if I could be with a girl more popping
Handle?
than me.
You don't know you can handle it?
Like more popping than me?
You're young,
Yeah.
as you always remind us.
Yes, facts.
He's young. I don't know if he's ready for all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me, I'm
You
grown.
licked that before?
I'll be all
What
right.
happened?
You licked that before?
Yeah, I have drunk.
Where'd that come
Drunk?
from?
The one time I did it,
I
I
was just
did
seeing
it.
if he was ready.
Okay.
We were getting him
Sad
ready
Boy and
for
I
the
don't like,
names.
yeah, we eat ass every night.
Jenny69's, yeah.
You're eating her ass.
If she consented, sure. Sorry, Elena.
Sorry.
Okay, but so how would you describe the last couple of years of your life since we did that last interview? What have you been up to? What's going on in the life of Sad Boy Loko?
Man, just business, grinding, grind mode, you know what I mean? Stay busy, staying out the way, just productive.
Okay. But is it been mostly music focused, or are you focused on other businesses as well?
Basically, I mean, I had to get myself together, you know what I mean? Went to jail, lost it all, came back, got it back, like that and plus some, you know what I mean? So it was just, I had to like catch up with my kids, like, I mean, besides music, you gotta remember, we're human, so we got a life to live too, you feel me? Like, so I had shit to do at home, you know what I mean? So it was like, take care of business first, like, either way, I was still putting out music, I was still doing what I did, I was multitasking, so it's like, you know what I mean? Just
Right.
staying productive out there.
Definitely. You been touring much?
Touring, nah, just shows. Touring is when it's like back to back,
Right.
back to back, like, you know, daily on a bus, nah. But shows, yeah, fuck yeah, I just back to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Try to get one like at least 3 a month or so.
Fuck it, did you tour with YG when you were part of 400?
Yeah.
For how many days did you guys do when you
Oh
guys
man,
did
that shit was months. That shit was months.
Fuck.
Was that intense? Was that hard?
Yeah. When you're on tour, any artist knows. When you're on tour, you're like, all right, when you're in the studio, let's put it like this. You're looking forward for the tour. Like, fuck, can't wait to go on tour. Because that's where the bag is. You're like enjoying the perks of
being a rapper.
of
being an
that
artist.
and working, being in the
Yeah,
studio,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So, but once you're in on that tour, and it's just like junk food or whatever, you know, you miss that home cook.
How was YG treating you guys? Were you eating coffee grains like Tyrell was on tour?
Nah, we were lit. We were lit. Our tour bus was more lit than there was 3 tour buses. Our goon bus was lit. It just turned up, you know? That's madre y medio.
Right. But okay. So how long was that tour? A couple months?
Yeah, like 3-4 months, 3.5 months.
You felt like you were actually really a part of the 400 thing at that time. It felt like a real label and everything. Did that start to become less?
If you
over
really
time?
think about it, like let's be facts. Like when it was me, Slim, you know, and all of us, that's when it was 400. You
Right.
know?
That's when it was a movement.
Oh yeah, now that I think about it,
You
like
feel me?
I get what you're saying, cause YG has new artists now, but I feel like he's never done a song like how you guys
Like, yeah,
you
we
guys
had
were-
stats like that stamp.
You fools
that
were
was-
kicking it like homies, like homies,
it was
homies.
lit, yeah.
That was the original wave. And I don't know, do you put Kamaiyah in that wave too, or was
Yeah,
she a little
hell
bit?
yeah.
Okay, so Slim, you, and Kamaiyah was
Kamaiyah.
when everybody for the first time was like, oh shit, YG actually gonna really do this label
businessman.
exec thing and really
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
artists. And I mean, three artists right there that everybody kind of really saw the potential in and was like, oh fuck, because even just being able to sign one talented artist, regardless of what happens to them in their career, kind of tells people a lot. It tells them that you're serious and everything. So it felt like a movement at that time, but then did that kind of start to slow down at a certain point, or?
It just jail slowed it down that vacation.
Do you feel like if you didn't go to jail, you'll still be part of 400 right now?
I mean, that was when I had just released an album. It went like ham on the streams, like it was My Evil Ways. Like literally, it was just I was about to go on another tour, my own tour. It was like the day they arrested me. I think them motherfuckers had it planned out. It was like the Observatory, and then it was Papa's and Beer, and then RJ's in my city was our special guest, and then I was gonna start off my tour, my Evil Ways tour, and then I got locked up. And then right after my tour, it was gonna be the whole YG tour, the one he did after, Stay Dangerous. So it's like they got me on the timing. Like,
How frustrating is that when you're in jail and you see?
you already know.
Fuck.
You went from living it, chilling,
Pussy.
You know what I mean? All that, like you're around all females. I mean, you're on tour, so it's like now you're doing burpees with all the homies. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Damn, I'm on a diet. I'm trying to get in shape. That actually sounds pretty good right now. Doing some burpees.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It went
Do a quick set.
break you guys off.
Cut the camera. No, but damn, it's weird though because it's like in theory you could go do your bit and come back out and everything should be still good with the label and everything like that, but you feel like they sort of lost motivation at a certain point while you were away?
The industry is more like time changes, Like when you're doing time, you're just sitting, but time keeps going. Like there's new faces, new talent, new sounds and all that. So
right.
You feel me? Like when I got out, there was a whole bunch of new talent out here now, So I mean, it's like, all right, like people, even if I would have gone out, like kept dropping in there, I was already getting ready to drop, If I wouldn't have taken my deal, I was ready to do some like in jail shit, you know what I mean?
But I feel like, a lot of artists get locked up for a year or two and they totally lose their buzz and then they like drop videos and nobody gives a fuck. Yeah. When you look at his numbers, you could still just drop a random video and do 1 million views, do a couple million views. It's kind of crazy.
You got to think about it. He was one of the first Latinos to ever. For him to be signed to YG was like, what the fuck?
The
like,
first asset was like
it was like you're telling me this bald tatted cholo is signed to one of the most. And at the moment, YG was probably top 3 in the West Coast, or probably
probably number 1 at the time. I mean, you always got to think about Kendrick and Tyler and shit like that. But as a street rapper,
yes, he was def. And then he had you, Slim, and then he had a girl that was fresh out of jail, Kamaiyah. So it was like, oh, you have a squad full of goons and they all rapping is a buzz. And he's the only Latino, and he's bald, and he's tatted. Like, oh yeah, come on.
Yeah, those tours and that show, that fuck Donald Trump tour, that shit was lit. Right. There's something different.
Because people always appreciate or are fascinated by when they see a Mexican fucking with black people as well. Like there's some percentage of people that are always going to see that and be like, oh shit, this is interesting, because like they have the memories of that being a lot less common. When you made the decision to sign with him, did that stand out to you at all? Like, oh, this is something different that maybe none of your friends had done before.
It's business, like music, As an artist, this is all business, you know what I mean? Like you're thinking of like your future, not your past. You're thinking of shit that's gonna get your kids situated and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking of a bigger perspective. I'm thinking like a businessman. I'm not thinking on a whole nother term or perspective. You feel me? So I was just like, oh, what? Like, let's do this, And like he said, he was already lit. You know what I mean? Everybody was bumping him, so it was like, I'm like, nah, he was just another version of me, but just a brother, you know what I mean? He was just, but same gangster shit and all that, you know what I mean?
How often you talk now?
I'll be chopping it up with him here and there, He's doing his thing, I'm doing mine, you know what I mean? It was like not like how we were back then, like it's damn near seeing him every day, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, so at a certain point, did you feel like when you were locked up and everything, did you feel like you were gonna come home and maybe the steam will be gone from your career? Because it's kind of impressive to see you be able to go sit down for a period of time, come back, still be able to do the views that you're doing. Like your fan base is pretty fucking resilient, it would appear.
It's just the love, from the fans. But I mean, like I say, you just gotta stay consistent and keep the cherry hot. You know what I mean? Stay at it.
But it's different because your music is not flavor of the week. It's classic. It's a style where if you were still making, if you're making a song 10 years from now, it might not sound that different from some of the shit that you're making today, because it's a classic style that to some percentage of people is just never gonna get old. And like, that
the OGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, just the flavor. Like, I mean, that's my style. You feel me? I can do it all. Like, I like the corridos. I'm pretty sure when you pulled up to that music video, you tripped out. Like,
I was like, well, can I pulled up? He was like, I'm in East LA, pull up real quick. And I was like, I'm gonna show love real quick. And I pulled up and I was like, but I just thought they were making him a corrido because that's what a lot of people do. Like a lot of big narcos, a lot of just fools with money or fools that are popping, they get a corrido done for them. And then he's like, nah, I'm in this motherfucker. And I was like, for real? And then his spark came out and I was like, oh, okay.
You thought there was going to be a guy singing a song about his life?
About his life, yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, damn near. That's what I like. When I first heard it, like he just got like the little facts, like, you know, he probably Googled the motherfucker or something, you know? And he started writing it. So I'm like, damn, I was just like, that shit was so hard. Like, I'm like that fool, he wasn't even, he's a writer.
He's a writer.
Yeah, he's not even like an artist. People don't know that. Like, they were trying to get a big feature on there.
Right.
But I'm lying. Like, you're not taking this motherfucker. Oh, this fool's bad. Like, you tripping. I almost wondered, like, well, how much you want? Here, finish the song here. Like, write this song.
But so you're
about
telling me if I was also like a drug kingpin on the side,
Well, you don't have to be a drug keeping, but like,
right? But that I might hire a
Money
motherfucker.
talks, homie.
I might hire somebody and just be like, yo, I need you to write a whole song. It's going to be about how you're a kid from New Hampshire and you started a podcast and yada yada, like about my life. And then people
show me the bag. I'll write.
People
a rap
will
song
listen.
for
Yo, because you could do that with rappers too. It's just they haven't
Yeah,
thought about it yet.
No. See, but in rap, in rap, it would be called all capping. Like
Okay.
that's what's weird about rap. But most corridos that are made like by corrido artists, like okay, so the homie Alex, he has a very popping song that Junior H wrote him called Clave Ali. But nobody knows it's about the homie. But when people write it, but it's about the homie.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like that, bro. Like, bro, you know how many songs El Chapo has? He has millions of songs.
And you
bro.
don't even know.
And you don't even know they're about him. Miles Tamala has millions of songs. Fucking Kobe has his own corrido. They made him a corrido.
He didn't even ask for it. They
And
just
he didn't
made
ask
it.
for They made it out of respect.
They fuck with basketball that tough that they were like, you need a song.
I mean, but when you're a legend, like
Yeah.
you've done a lot for this podcast game. What if there's like I know a couple fools that they'll be like, oh, I'll write a song for Adam, and they'll just write about every single fact. You do porn, you get money, like just shit like that.
Do you think if I asked Jenny69 to make mine,
A
that
corrido?
she would understand?
For sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, but the bag's right, yeah.
It's done.
Done.
See, but yeah, think about it. Most of these was like, exactly right. I'm popping, right? Biggest corrido artist right now. And then a big ass fool with a lot of drugs and money goes like, here's 100
it'd be
bands.
like
Write me your best song.
But
Like
okay.
Pitlock, the hip hop mix with gang, that's for the homie Blue Line. I got out. He said, "Hey, do me a song." That's for his whole Blue Line. That's why I shout out Blue Line in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's his. Like all those pitbulls. That was for like basically his shit, and I just did the whole jam for it. You know what I mean?
Right. I personally, though, I would be very nervous about doing a song for somebody who makes a living illegally because who the fuck knows what they're capable of.
Well, that's why there's certain things fools know to say and not to say.
Okay.
Like when I interviewed the homies from Nivelle on No Jumper,
Right.
I asked them how do you fucking they're comping like I'm like, how do you write a song for a pesado? They're like, well, they tell us what we could put and can't put, and then what we could put, then it's cool.
Right.
But most songs always start hella cool. Like they were poor kids and then they got into the business.
But, like,
and then it goes from there.
Basics. The basics.
Yesterday, I'm interviewing Tunchi 5, he's a Crip from the hundreds, and he's all like, oh, I want you to be in my video and shit. I'm like, every song I ever heard from you, you dissing your enemies and shit.
Yeah, like, I don't wanna
I'm
be in
not
my
really
video.
trying to
I
be
want no-
standing next to you when you're talking about smoking on somebody's cousin.
I feel like-
And he seemed to kind of understand, but he's like, nah, you cool because you with us. I'm like, that's the point. I don't want to have to be with y'all to be doing this. Like, I would rather just not do it.
He want no smoke.
But I do fuck with him. I'm just like, listen, I'll go chill in your video. Just make sure it's not a song where you're saying some crazy shit,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
Yeah.
Every time the way. But no, but I think like, but most corrido artists, they just get paid to make the music. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to be mad at the dude. Well, nah, I mean, obviously there's situations like Chalino and shit. You know what I mean? But that was different. I think he was doing this shit before.
Just turned though. Yeah, he was the one. You know.
Yeah, he was
the one. He stamped all that. You know.
But Sad Boy Loko, you came up in a more traditional environment, you know, like you could be a street dude, you could be a rapper, whatever. What's it like seeing somebody like DoKnow who's out here sort of like using social media to be able to, you know, create a presence for himself that is like totally outside of what we've seen before and talking about his community and his culture and shit?
That's a good thing. I mean, he embraces the hood too, you know, so like the culture and all that. So it's like he's around like even homies, like he's around. So it's like, and like to do it like that, you know, use your platform. You got to remember now, like he's doing what most of these kids should be doing. I mean, you got your phone and you're on social media all day. You know what I mean? So like to even use it like for your advantage, by all means, you know what I mean? Get your bag. Like,
For sure.
that's what you should be doing, you know what I mean?
For sure. There's one name that has been a little bit more controversial than most in this world over the last couple months, and that is Tyga. Tyga put out a video that rocked and shocked the nation, or at least this side of the nation. Were you ever kicking around him during your YG days or anything? No.
I went on my vacation, then he started coming around him.
Oh, okay. What'd you think of that video? Did you think it was offensive?
I mean, music's music, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's like, from an artist's point of view, it's like, yeah, you're wrong, but I mean, it's music, you know what I mean? Like, he should, I mean, it's artists, like, from the artist perspective, it's like, it's a song. Like, if you wouldn't have not seen the video, it's like, that's just tight, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't really care about that shit, you know what I mean?
You don't think it's that big a deal?
Like, it's music. To me, it's music. Like, you take it offensive when you're like, actually, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, looking back on it now, too, I kind of feel like DoKnow had the right perspective in the first place. When you were like, whatever. Like, it's not that big a deal. There's way bigger concerns that people could realistically have right now. Yeah. You know, and but I don't look at the people who were offended as if they are fucked up at all. Like, I understand why they thought that it should be taken down or whatever.
Yeah, I just think people just have different perspectives on things. Like, you know what I mean?
You got to understand, most people, some people, like, even are jail babies or, you know, been there. And
it probably reads way different to them.
So
not facts.
In their mentality, it's like, oh, that's wrong. You know what I mean? But, like I said, I'm a businessman. So I say, like, man, that's artist stuff. Like, you know what I mean? You can't, like, nowadays in reality, Latinos are the ones. So everybody's either portraying us, like, talking about us or using us in music videos or whether your movies, wherever the fuck scenario may be. You know what I mean?
Well, I understand why they were pissed off, though, too, because it's like nobody an authentic representation of somebody's culture being used in a music video is one thing, but when it makes a joke out of somebody's culture, that's when I think it becomes a totally different thing. And I think to most people, that video kind of clearly crossed that line, right, and went into the territory of, oh, you're just laughing at us, right?
Yeah, I just think, like I said, I just think that everybody has different perspective on things. Like, to me as a comedian, and I know we talked about this, but to me as a comedian, like, I don't take a lot of shit offensive, and there's a lot of shit they make fun of. Like, bro, I'll be watching some shit, I'll be like, damn, they said some fucked up shit.
You want to fuck around, you get to fuck around with you. It's all fun and games that happens to you know?
But if you kick it around comedians, you will start to think that it's normal to say shit that are so not normal in the real world.
Like with you, with the interview?
Yeah, all the time. No, but I was listening to a podcast the other day with these white girls, right? One of the girls is like talking about her dad dying or some shit, and she makes a joke about sucking her dad's dick while he's in the fucking casket. But it's like she's a comedian, so to her this is totally normal to make a joke about like the nastiest, grossest thing you could ever imagine. And I'm listening to it thinking like, I need to spend time around people like this who think it's okay to make jokes about whatever, because that's
like
kind of how
humor,
how I am. Is like, I feel like you should be able to joke about anything, even if it's the worst thing. Make a fucking joke out of it. It takes the power out of it.
No, yeah, I think like even when we did the Andrew Schultz one, and then we're making a joke about your dad molesting you.
Oh, fuck.
Like, but he's a comedian, so I'm just taking it.
But me and Andrew are like laughing it like crazy, and then AD and Adam are like, they're laughing, but they're also like, what are these two things that's hella funny? And I'm like, Andrew,
that's not funny at all.
Nah, yeah, right.
Around with that shit.
I feel you, but it was like at the same time, I gotta laugh at it. Like I can't be the dude who's like, I'm gonna have a comedian on my podcast,
and then get mad at him,
and then you say something offensive, and I'm gonna be like, nah, bro, that ain't cool. My dad never molested me. Bro, if I say that, it makes it really seem like he did. Yeah, right? Yeah, like if I laugh at it, it's like, oh, okay, he's secure, right? Not like I'm really that concerned about that, but you know what I'm saying.
But are you a fan of dark humor?
What do you mean dark humor?
Like
just
are
fucking
you
around nutty like that?
Like
there's a time and a fucking place. You don't sex play me like shit like that. Like I don't play that shit.
You can't fuck with the white boy humor?
Like nah, see, cause there's like, all right, see, cause then it always happens like this. Like you gonna want to fuck around, and then when I start fucking around, no te vas a aguantar, and then we're gonna end up getting down.
Okay, I see what you're saying. No, okay. So it's I think what Adam's saying is like, okay, yes, that's very true, because I'm the comedian, and I don't really give a fuck about a lot of shit. So when I do make jokes, sometimes they could be a little overboard. Yeah. But then I was to the homies, like, if we're gonna play, at some point I'm gonna say something you might not like. So I just prefer you not playing with me. But what Adam's saying is like, you don't play the sus shit. Like.
He probably doesn't even know what that kind of joke is
I
because
mean,
he's so.
I'm like, what the fuck?
He's
Shit.
immune to that.
Okay, so Aiden Ross will sit here and be like, damn, Sad Boy, you look cute today.
Who? You said a guy's name?
No, he's like a Twitch streamer and he's white. And like, okay, I'll give you an example. They did a prank at one point where he went into the studio with Polo G and his friend introduces him and says like, yo, this is Aiden. He's a hard ass rapper. And then he starts rapping and all of a sudden he's saying some gay ass shit about like sucking the homie's dick, whatever, in front of Polo G. And Polo G gets like visibly upset. Because he's not, I mean, he doesn't think it's funny. He's not used to being around this kind of fucking humor or whatever. Sad Boy Loko is going to throw a fucking cinder block at your head if you start making some jokes like that around him.
Don't sex play me. You know
Don't
what I mean?
sex play me.
Fucking, what the fuck? A female's like, cool, you know? Don't gas me up. I'm all right. You know what I mean?
We're teaching him about shit that he don't even know
Sad Boy needs to
exists.
hang around white boys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Different white
friends,
boys.
Different white boys. Yeah, different
Those
white
he's
boys.
not hanging around white boys, he's serving fiends.
Yes, sir.
Don't know. It's a different
Yeah,
thing.
No, but it's like in like bro, like where my family's from in Mexico, they have a lot of carrilla. Their carrilla's very like tough, which I mean means like clowning.
All Mexicans
But-
have it like that.
but-
Bro. They're
yeah,
tough.
But then Mexicans also play. They sometimes could say some such shit. Like I didn't heard uncles play and they'd be like, "What you me esta puto?" And
Yeah,
then it's
that's
just
Mando,
like,
yeah. But fuck, it's like when I got out, like there's no horseplay. We don't fuck around like that. You know what I mean? Even in jail and shit.
Because
so,
in jail, you
yeah,
can't fuck around
you
about
don't
that
fuck
because a
around like
motherfucker will really fuck you.
You get taken off on that. Like, I mean, so like when I got out, and then like everybody around this fucks around like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Fool don't, it's like almost taking off on fools. Like, hey, fool don't fuck. Oh, fuck. Like,
you gotta remember a little bit.
Like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Come here, like. Give him the benefit, like fuck. Then catch months after you fucking idiot. Like you start talking shit too, like idiot. It's like, you know
But
what I mean?
when you're at home late night with your girl, is there a sensitive side of Sad Boy Loko that gets to be seen that the outside world would never see?
We all got that, you know what I mean?
Seen him.
A couple glasses of wine, you're a different kind of guy.
You know what I mean? We all got the good side and the bad side, our savage side, and you know, or the demon mode and the angel, you know.
Timid side.
What's the angel mode like for you though?
I'm cool.
Chilling, get a foot rub, watch a movie.
You feel me?
Hang out with the kids.
Yeah, all of the above, you know.
Your kids will bring the fucking softy out of you, no
Oh,
problem.
Yeah, that's my weakness right there.
Even some of the people in the office have seen me with my kid,
my
and I'll
daughter's
be
got me
It is
like,
really
the
weird.
most.
yeah, and I'll be like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?"
but
Like everyone's looking at me like, "Whoa, we've never seen this side of you."
And then especially since your kid late, so we seen like the super fucking you were just wilding and then boom Parker. And now it's like the whole Daddy Adam type shit.
Well, people get freaked out too because it's like, oh, you're doing porn Monday, and then we see you chilling having a family day Tuesday. It's like, oh,
At a park and shit with the kids.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Would you ever do porn?
Yeah, fuck. If I didn't have kids, yeah,
Adam's
fuck
like,
it.
well, here's the fucking.
you can do it
contract.
with kids. It's a whole new world.
Nowadays, huh? Just block it
Not
from
with okay, not with kids. You
Okay,
can
no,
have
But hey,
kids.
you gotta block them. You gotta block them from
We
what they.
understood you, fool.
Yeah, you just how to explain it. Yeah, you just gotta block them from like the. You know the reason is you got kids that you don't want them to one day just what the. Oh, that's your dad. Look. Like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
I definitely, yeah, that'd be crazy. So would you sign Sad Boy to a deal on Plug Talk? Some porn shit?
Sign me.
There's a whole process of
You wanted to
figuring-
manage me, remember?
musically, sure.
said,
Musically, for sure.
Porn wise, no?
Let me tell you something. Every guy thinks they can do porn, and I feel like the vast majority can't. And now that I'm in it, I'm like, I can't believe that I thought I could do that because it's actually pretty. It's a lot.
The stamina, like the lasting.
I don't know. I don't do it either.
Well, you're welcome to join one day if you want to come.
Jail help me out, fool. Burpee sex.
Wait, burpees? Just the burpees in general got your cardio up?
Fuck yeah, you can go for days.
Oh, I feel that though. When I'm eating good and healthy, and I'd be fucking like an athlete.
Before jail, I'd be fucking tired. It's like, oh, fucking. Now it's like, hurry up. Get your little rinse off. Let's go. Back again.
Start OnlyFans, fool.
Nah.
This is my question.
If rap fucking don't work out, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans for sure. Fuck it.
I'll be here for you. But this is my question. I remember when you were telling me about the situation that led to you getting locked up and everything. And it basically sounded like Sad Boy Loko, even after what he's accomplished in his career and the name he's built for himself, it felt like you were just kind of putting yourself in situations where you're able to even get into altercations with random ass people that have nothing fucking going for themselves. And I remember talking to you about it and kind of feeling like I'm not 100% sure that he would not end up in that situation again, because you seem like you kind of love the bullshit a little bit.
I'm in the mix, and now I didn't know how to move, you know. You gotta remember, I had just gotten signed and everything, you know what I mean? You just got this fool out the hood, and you're here. You signed, give him this fatty eye and this and that, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm still in the hood. I remember it was like, they told the homie, like, hey, you gotta just keep him in the studio. Like, well, that one weekend, you know what I mean? You're just turning up, having fun, and
because
wrong place.
You know what the thing is that even if you're not scared of random people or your ops or whatever, even if you're not scared, you should be scared of yourself, because you know that if somebody disrespects you or whatever, that you could do something. Now
I know. I move accordingly, because like, I avoid the situation. It's not no motherfucker scared. It's just I'm already knowing what I'm capable of. I'll do my time, motherfucker, you know? I'll sit there for a long time. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But do I want to? No. So it's like, I got a lot of things to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna play, you know what I mean? I'd rather get that money.
How do you explain to your kids that you're a gangster rapper?
You don't. Now my kids are grown, so they just kind of, I dropped my daughter off at the high school now, so it's like,
oh shit! So
feel me?
So your daughter young then?
Yeah, I was young buck. I was my boy. I was a young buck. I was in high school. Like, now I'm taking her to the high school. I used to walk at the pay center where you literally take the babies and shit. You know what I mean? When you're in high school.
Fuck, that is a trip.
Long socks, taking a little baby. You know what I mean? Hold up.
I realized how real it was when I think it was Mr. Capone's daughter walked up to me at a Starbucks. It was like a 15-year-old girl, and she was like, "You interviewed my dad." I'm like, "Who's your dad?" She told me. I'm like, "Well, what the hell? Like, that's incredible."
That is a trip, though.
But
imagine after this, they're gonna be like, your dad was on a jumper. She's gonna be in class like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, right. I was like blown away. I'm like, well, that must be a lot. Like, how old are your kids?
There's one's 16, one's about to be 16.
Okay.
And then the other ones, I have 3. So.
And they haven't really had to like they know that you have this thing going on and stuff. They see you taking pictures in public and everything.
She hates it.
Hates it.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it at all.
Yeah, well, because when she's with me, she already, like, say, like, we go to a fair, like, something where there's a lot of public, like, people. It's like, here I go. I'm going to have to stand on the fucking side a lot, like, for the pictures and stuff like that, you know? And I'm not a dick. I'm not going to be like, nah, you can't get a fucking picture. Because if I was your fan and you did that to me,
yo, fuck you, I ain't playing
fuck your shit. I'm blocking you. I'm following all that shit.
Which sucks, though, because when I'm with my kid and somebody asks for a photo, a lot of times I'll still do it. But if it's a lot of photos or whatever, I'm just kind of like, bro, I'm with my kid. Like, just relax. I'm not scared to say that. Like, I feel like anybody watching my podcast, you should understand my kid comes before everything. And if taking 10 photos right now is going to take away from the time that my kid is having right now, then I'm sorry. I'm going to disrespect 100 fucking fans before I ruin my kid's day, you know?
Right. And especially you guys obviously, we're all fucking doing our shit, but you're like you're fucking already, you've been around for so long that it's
You're
like.
both more famous than me.
Sad Boy's more famous than both of us.
Bullshit.
We want to pop us some beer.
This food's famous on both worlds, the naked side and the normal side, and then this motherfucker everywhere.
I went to Vegas with him the same weekend that there was a Bad Bunny concert. You would have thought he was fucking Joe Biden, man. They were loving DoKnow. We've talked about it a lot on this podcast, but I was like, oh shit. So he's not like a little popping. He's like really popping. All right. Eye-opening.
Have you seen the show These Fools?
This not yet.
You ever seen it?
I keep seeing those billboards. Should I check it out?
Bro, that shit is really good. Honestly, I would have thought, you know, like it's very comic, but it's also like serious, which is dope. But you should watch it.
I'm gonna turn it.
You like a lot of those guys in there.
I would like to check
Why
that
some
out.
cholo shit? That's why motherfucker.
Racist.
Wait, this fool. I'm like, you like a lot of this fool.
I auditioned for it. I didn't get the part.
All right. Did you really?
Yeah, I auditioned for it.
They fucked up. They don't know their market.
No, but all of them also look really like I still look like my generation. All of them had like the bro signs.
Yo, but do you know how happy it would make me to see you cast in a movie where you got to wear a wife beater and have hella fucking tattoos and just be like a straight killer?
That one homie.
Killer DoKnow in a movie? I would lose it.
One homie.
I would never stop sending that picture around in the group chat. I'd be like, look at you, you fucking scumbag.
That's kind of how I was dressed for the White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're supposed to be a little tougher than you are?
No, I think I was just supposed to like look Mexican.
Wait, you tried out back then?
For the
got
These
it.
Foods one? No,
the
for the
new
White
version
Man,
of White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, for the new White Man Can't Jump.
Like,
He thinks you're old enough you tried out for a movie that came out in the 90s.
I was about to
Did you
catch
like
you like,
that?
fool, you were still swimming in the balls. Like,
No, White Man Can't Jump for the new one that's coming out, yes.
Oh, shit.
I got a cool little part.
Legendary. Okay, I wanted to ask this question. fellow rapper, Swifty Blue, went viral recently for basically saying that the way he views the world, he wouldn't sign to a black guy. He wouldn't sign to anybody outside of his own race. Very controversial. A lot of people weren't feeling it. How do you feel when you heard that? Given that you have signed in the past to somebody outside your
You're a
race.
grown man, you know. You gotta respect the man's, you know what I mean, decision or the way he thinks, you know what I mean.
Right.
I think different, you know what I mean. My mindset's different, you know what I mean. So I was 400, you know what I mean. So that shit's like different for me, you know what I mean. I understand him where he's coming from, you know what I mean. Like by all means, but to me it's a little different, you know what I mean.
Part of what he said though is he's like, I'm institutionalized, which a lot of people don't want to be institutionalized. He seemed like he has just accepted it. Like that's just where I'm at, which people get locked up and then that's normal.
Yeah,
you know,
when you're in there you mean institutionalized homies, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, you gotta, you know what I mean? By all means, he's a grown man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
What's the most institutionalized shit you seen?
Where a homie they don't even like coming out. Like I've seen fools in there where like, I seen motherfuckers like say one homie, he came back in 6 times. Like he was already like, today we're chilling, we're playing dominoes or whatever. I'm going home. Hey, I'll be back though, you know? You guys want to say hi to somebody or something? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean you're coming back, fool? Like
he wasn't worried about coming back.
They don't give a fuck. Like it's just, that's all they got, you know? Like,
That's crazy. I've only met I met one person actually, and he got mad because I told him negative, and I like didn't look him in the eyes.
oh yeah,
shit.
you gotta.
And then I was just, but I was young. I was like 14. He had just gotten out of like doing 20. I think I came back from like drinking 40s with my bitch or something. And then he got mad. I was like, oh shit. And they're just like the homies, like, cause I grew up there. They were just like, I never met him. Obviously, he's been in jail the whole time I was like, even alive.
Yeah, it happens. Like I almost caught myself sitting down on the toilet and shit. Like it happens. You feel me? Like you gotta it's normal. You know what I mean? When you've been in there,
Right.
It's every day you're doing this. You know, you gotta adapt to that. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's different.
Definitely. But it's kind of interesting too with people casting so much doubt on him or having such strong opinions about him. It's like, well, I mean, to me, it's like I feel like everybody's allowed to have their own fucking opinion in the sense of if you told me that you would never date a girl unless she was Mexican, I don't personally understand because I feel like I could have easily ended up in a relationship with a black girl, a Mexican girl, whatever. I ended up with an Armenian girl. She got a totally different culture than what I grew up with. I don't really give a fuck. But if you said that to me, I wouldn't really think it was that crazy. You know, like a lot of people, they like to stick to their own kind, right?
Yeah.
Stick it different.
People just felt away because it's like hip hop. You know?
People just took it because it's like, it's something to talk about, you know what I mean? It was something to talk about more, you know?
Yeah, blogs are crazy.
Yeah,
Blogs would fucking
take it into take a positive and turn it into a negative.
Podcasts like No Jumper just need content.
Gotta get it.
Need shit to talk about. Okay, so I seen you have this song with Kid Frost called Lolos, and I was just wondering, like, what do you have that strong affiliation for driving around those kind of whips, or is it something you just bust out once in a blue moon?
Yeah, that's like my passion. Like that shit.
Really?
Yeah, Lolos. When I was a little kid, I used to collect the little lowrider stickers. Like back in the day, you know, the quarter, the 50 cents, it would pop out in a little white. You know what I mean? I used to collect
You
those.
loved it even back then.
Back then, like my first goal was like, I'm gonna get a lowrider bike. I got one, you know. I started working, I bought me one, and then from my lowrider bike, I'm gonna get me a Lolo. Started doing my thing, and I got me a Lolo. You know what I mean?
How was it working with somebody like Kid Frost?
He's an OG in the game. You know what I mean?
Most
Like,
definitely.
so it's like, you mean those are legends in the game that are still living. So it's like, it's a privilege. You know what I mean?
Damn, it's crazy to hear bro still rap.
Yeah, like
he's old, bro.
OG. You know what I mean? Like so. Like, I was bumping him when I was a morrito, you know what I mean? Like, straight up. So
What's a morito?
Like a little kid.
Okay.
like a little
I
boy.
figured. I just wanted to check. Sounded kind of tight.
Damn, that's crazy. I remember his music was obviously never for me, but obviously that one song was always.
You heard it, though. You know, like, at least the
definitely,
Eastside Rendezvous, like, he's just everywhere.
Fuck, every intro that's like, if that's something with Latino
La
or
Raza.
La Raza, it was definitely going up.
I'm not gonna lie. I clicked on it and I saw that it was a song with a guy named Kid Frost. I thought it was gonna be like a young kid. You know, I figured it was a young kid named Frost, and then I found out it was
Which is
an
the
OG.
one with.
The song Lolos I'm talking about with him and Kid Frost. Yeah.
But do you know his most famous song?
Which song is that?
For the Raza. That's him.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he OG.
No. That's good to know.
It's a banger right there.
Definitely. Okay. what have you been working on? You just had an album come out, right?
Sin Fronteras. Yup.
Okay, what are you bringing to the table with this?
I mean, just different, like corridos, just
MC Magic.
Yeah, MC Magic.
That
on
was
there.
cool.
Oh,
right
the
there.
interview you just did.
Yeah, that was cool to see. That I haven't heard the album all the way, but that's a love song.
Yeah, it's a love jam on there.
I would.
It's a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? Like banda with Jorge Gamboa. Like he's another OG, you know.
So is this you like trying to explore more sounds and do stuff that's
it's
different?
a bucket list. Like I got to, you know what I mean? I'd already done the industry. Like I was around, you know what I mean? All these other big cats. So it's like fuck, I finally got to do something that like the half-eyes and shit can enjoy, you know what I mean? And at the end, when it's all said and done, I did that, you know what I mean? It was something, you know what I mean? I
That
did
is
it
true.
real
You
quick.
making songs with like Jorge Gamboa.
Like even the rock jam that's on there, Bang Bang, that's probably one of the ones that's like going up right now. And it's like a straight rock jam, like rock and roll in this motherfucker. Like
Because, okay, I mean, if you want to still be making a living, making music 15, 20 years from now, let's be real, like a lot of your fans are just going to get older and then they're maybe going to want more of an adult sound at a certain point. So it kind of makes sense for you to like grow with them. And, you know, they're not necessarily going to want to hear some like gangster ass hip hop shit or that sound at least when they're 45 fucking years old. So maybe you grow like that and you're able to stick with those fans longer, you know?
yeah, I mean, and stepped out of my comfort zone, something I don't usually do, you know what I mean? But it was cool. It was fun while I was doing it. You know?
and you did that because of new management, new label.
Yeah, new label, Prahin. I was Prahin Music.
Okay.
I'm with Prahin Music.
So you signed to a new label.
Yeah, it was like one album, so bad. Like it was different. Cricket produced it all, so it was just turned up. You know what I mean? Everything, like Lupillo Rivera on there, like it was just different.
That's
you know?
crazy.
Yeah, like legends. They're legends, like on the region or like my people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. For you to have Lupillo Rivera on
Yeah.
there is crazy.
Would you ever do a song with Ricky Martin?
Fuck yeah, you would,
Yeah.
bro. You
Hell yeah.
I don't know how you thought about that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, I'm just thinking of his
Yeah,
time,
you
like
did.
all this. Its time, like that fool was big, like a motherfucker.
to this day, he's a legend.
We were
fool.
talking about him the other day because he got caught up and we were kicking it with Flacco, I think, had no idea who it was. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. Fucking living La Vida Loca? You crazy.
Yeah, bro. If you don't know Ricky Martin, you were definitely living under a rock.
Well,
somewhere.
but you're 22 and you know who that is, so that's a good sign, though.
Well, he's also Latino and probably took Latino pop to Viva La Vida. Bro, what? Shrek?
He
Like-
did that.
He was on Shrek?
That song. Well, yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about? You never seen that part of the movie?
I never seen Shrek.
Well, you fucking.
I'm a grown-ass man. You seen Shrek?
Okay, I got
Damn.
kids. I
yeah,
got
you got
kids.
kids. All right.
Yeah.
My kid will probably want to see Shrek one
Oh,
day.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Nah, yeah.
Top 5 young Latino artists coming up.
Top 5.
And put them in order.
Put them in order. Oh shit, you kind of made it. No.
Free peso.
I'm not gonna do them in order, but there's
Nah,
like
do 'em in order.
Peso, Suede, the little homie from San Diego, little Maru or whatever. Maru,
Maru.
He's
Maru.
lit. Weirdo, little Weirdo.
Love
What is
Weirdo.
that? What's that? 4?
That's
5?
4. You got one more.
I'm still fucking with Weirdo, even if we did the interview.
Weirdo's hard.
Who else? There's some fools out there, eh? There's lit. It's lit right now.
Okay, well,
Different sound.
it's funny you mentioned San Diego because I seen a little bit of static online. I seen somebody trying to ban you from San Diego.
That's clout. It's another one added to the clout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think it was just for attention?
I knew where you were going with that because he was like,
Yeah,
well,
he's slick. You know.
Well, we're
It
not
was a
naming
setup,
them. We're
but-
not naming them.
I'm not. Last time I claimed them, I give them mad followers. That's clout. you know what I mean?
Right. But you ain't going to San Diego in general, right?
Yeah, I stop by there all the time.
Oh,
before
you
I
do?
go
Okay.
there. Yeah, they got some bomb ass food. I got family out
You
there.
if he's gonna say, I stop by there every time I go to Hong Kong.
Nah, I go every time I go. I got family out there. My family owns business out there, so like I pit stop. They got bomb ass food out there. You know what I mean?
Man, I fucked a bitch in Hong Kong. Let me tell you. The strip club in Tijuana.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
It sounds like I'm saying I did it in China, but you know.
Would you go to San Diego with Sad Boy Loko?
Hell yeah. I
Yeah,
can walk
you
in that
turned
strip
up.
club with him? I'm not gonna lie though, I'm kinda worried.
Why?
I don't know who you fuck with and who you don't fuck with. I don't know. There's all kinds
So
of
you can't
politics.
Put him, I don't want to be in your music video.
Right.
No, I
you
never
say?
heard him dissing ops. I'll be in his
That's all that
video.
rah-rah, you know what I mean? It's
No,
clout,
I
but-
need to be in his video. That'll be fire. Can we both be in it?
Yeah.
You shooting one soon?
Wait, let me. I'll peep game. Then I'll let you know. You gonna
But-
come though? Or
yeah,
you
we
gonna
need- but-
are you gonna tell me like that mother?
No. Me and him, we're hopping in the fucking big body Uber and we sliding.
Yeah,
we,
sliding.
We're gonna bring our security
I know
guards
you'll
just in
pull up.
case.
You pull
Yeah,
up.
I'll pull up.
Yeah.
Adam be hella busy.
Yeah,
Shooting
I
hella
res-
porn
but I
out there.
respect that though. You know, we can't knock a man off his hustle.
Nah, but dude, but listen, we need to be on like the top single from the album. I'm not trying to be on track 19, you know?
He want the cut.
Yeah.
That one the Lopillo Rivera one.
Oh, for sure.
Because like I went to DoKnow's birthday party. I want all the chicks there to be like, oh, they know me from the video. They don't even think about No Jumper. They're like, I seen you in the Sad Boy Loko video. Boom. Although all them chicks were like 19, so they probably...
They were all
I don't
around
know.
my age, 20,
Yeah, okay.
21,
Yeah.
22.
It was late, huh? It would be late if I can do no.
Dude, so I went to Rosarito, and I was like, hey. And he was like, I'm in Rosarito too. And I was like, let's link up. But we were on the top stage, you know, Jay Cortez, shit-faced drunk
Turn.
with mad sluts.
You guys were drunk together.
Fuck
On
that.
accident.
I'm not getting drunk.
You don't have to get drunk.
Okay.
But we were on drunk on accident. I was literally like with all the homies, all the reggaeton boys. And you just see, like, but everybody sees him walking, but him and all his homies look the same. So everybody's kind of like, oh, that's Sad Boy.
If you see a bunch of dudes dressed the
Sad
same,
Boy?
that's scary because it makes you feel like you're watching the Warriors or some
Yeah.
shit. Like, you know
No, but
that.
listen.
Why would you all dress the same unless you were ready for some fuck shit?
No, but listen, they're all walking and, you know, but you're shirtless, huh?
Yeah, I think
So
so.
he's shirtless, tatted up, they're all walking, and everybody's like, I could hear like the little whispers between all the homies, like, hey, that's Sad Boy, that's Sad Boy. And I'm like, what's up, stupid? And everybody's
don't
like,
be fucking around.
Yeah, and everybody was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, there's the homie, introduced him. We started drinking a little bit right there. We were paying the guy just to play music on the street.
It turned up. Yeah.
I'm not ready to see you two fucking cracking beers together.
We gotta take you out there.
We weren't even, you gotta go to Papa's
you're
and Beers.
fucking-
Nah, he don't. He's
It's
too
a
old
music
already.
festival?
No, it's a fucking
They be
big
doing
ass.
that, like the beach fest just happened out
Oh
there.
yeah, the Baja Beach Fest.
Wait, it's like a beach party or what?
No,
It's the biggest ones.
Yeah,
Those
Papa's
big,
and Beers
they're big.
lit. Shout out DJ Freddie Fresco. I'm gonna tap you in,
It sounds great.
bro. Fucking just sluts, alcohol, and more sluts. That's where. That's
I'm a
where, like,
married man, but
Any all day, privilege all day. Just
so we
bottle
might
service
we
style.
might find some girls to sign there.
almost what, bro? Right there is like where everybody goes and cheats. You know what I mean? Like they do body shots
Savage.
in the middle of everywhere. Titties are out.
Nah, it's wild.
I don't want to go where there's cheating.
Well, you don't have to cheat, but I mean, most people. It's really for people my age. But if you go as a 35 plus old man,
I don't know what he's talking about.
This dirtbag.
People going to cheat.
It's
I don't
lit,
know.
though.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I feel you. Okay, so what? Yeah, what are you excited about right now? What are you working on that the people need to keep an eye out
Just new music. I mean, I just dropped this one, Sin Fronteras with Brahim and stuff.
And that was based off the border. Like for the region name is Sin
Yeah,
Fronteras.
Sin Fronteras, I just break like no barriers.
Oh, no
like,
barriers.
No
Okay,
barriers.
okay.
No like no doors. Like we here. You know what I mean? Like face it, love it or not. You know what I mean?
for? Respect. Are you still fuck Donald Trump for life?
Fuck Donald Trump. Nah, it's old news. You know.
Now you missed that fool. You missed the gas prices.
Ah, fuck yeah. I think he had it better for us.
I just
than
had
the
to
new
check
fucking president.
because I feel like a
He's
lot
like,
of
"Fuck."
rappers, a lot of people,
Everybody took it back.
they're not as mad at Trump as they used to be. I'm still mad at him, but it feels like a lot of people aren't as mad at him.
He was. That fool was wild, but
Yeah.
damn.
He just had no filter. People didn't like that.
Yeah, but I think a lot of rappers, it reminds them of themselves.
Fuck.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nah,
I'm,
nah,
I'm
nah.
kind of like that too.
I don't think his crazy shit political wise was crazy. I just think the shit he was always being constantly accused of was kind of crazy. Like the whole like touching girls and shit like that. I think that was a little crazy.
But he never got accused of touching girls. He just got accused of bragging about grabbing them by the pussy.
Fuck. That fool was on something different.
That
That's his own
fool-
shit, but yeah.
Anyway,
And
he
being
was
the
still wild.
president at that moment too.
You're
That's crazy.
you're the president. You're going crazy on Twitter. You beefing with rappers.
That's why they banned him, no?
He's banned from everything.
I
think.
took that as a learning moment though, because that made me realize that if you're Donald Trump, he really feels that way. That like he's so famous that he could really just grab a girl out of the vagina and she'd be with it, which is kind of insane to imagine this
That's
fucking
fucking
cryptic ass
sexual assault.
old man just grabbing vaginas and girls being like, oh, okay, sure.
Fuck.
Maybe he's
All bad.
exaggerating though. Yeah.
Is that
That's
what's
all
going on?
All bad.
Fuck yeah.
Sad Boy's like, me and my fans, we just hug.
Yeah. No MAGA hats in the future.
Cracking, G, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck it. Would you ever wear a MAGA hat?
A what?
MAGA hat?
Fuck. That fool better drop a fat bag. You know what I mean? Some Kanye shit you doing to him.
Better
It's
be
cracking.
handing out a presidential pardon as well.
Whatever the fuck, you know.
Whatever the
fuck.
And free a bunch of my homies.
If he frees you, I can see it.
Hey, you wearing a
You know
MAGA hat?
what I
You
mean?
was like, look, this
I ain't
all
thinking
your-
about myself. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Free a bunch of my homies.
But bro,
and
he
we on.
gave
It's cracking.
Kodak and Lil Wayne pardons. I mean, I don't think Sad Boy getting one is so out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I don't feel it. I feel
You know
it.
what I mean?
But I think he also feels different about Latinos.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
luckily he has no power right now.
Yeah,
He said,
facts.
luckily.
Sad Boy would be getting pardoned right now.
Possibly. Well, listen, if he did pardon you, it would be a lot harder for me to say fuck him.
Yeah, but you feel me? He pardoned the homie.
But I mean, Kodak, like my favorite rapper, and he pardoned his ass, and I don't give a fuck.
He's a savage.
We're getting political. Yeah. All right, Sad Boy, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it.
jump, bro.
Thank you for talking.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Gang shit. This is
Gang
our
shit.
guy. Nobody else can get him to talk. We get him to open up.
Yeah, I see some of his other interviews. I was like,
It just be like going around the shit, you know?
Keep it a buck. Adam's your favorite white man.
Yeah. You're invited to the carne asada.
Yes. I have Jenny69 on my arm.
Oh, who loves her, huh?
Yeah, Hyra on the other arm.
That's the caption on this. Jenny69, talk this and
Lena in the car. She drove me there.
She just dropped you off, pick you up later in Santa Barbara.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm sorry, baby. All right, Sad Boy, I appreciate you, man.
Nah, thank you for having me.
And shout out my boy DoKnow for co-hosting.
DoKnow.
Assisting, yes,
Fucking
sir.
savage.
Follow everybody on all social media and tap in. Turn up the Spotifys, Instagrams, all that shit. People, Sad Boy Loko, featuring DoKnow, No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, subscribe, and I really mean it. Like and comment. And
All that.
nojumper.com if you want to support and buy some merch. or
Patreon and the
something.
clips.
Facts. Bow.